Cruella, or as I like to call it, crapola. Holy shit, this movie was fucking horrible. I don't know why Disney sent me an advanced screener copy of this. I despise everything Disney. Disney makes the worst movies I have ever watched in my entire life. All right, and we're not just talking blanket Disney animated films. All right, the live action Beauty and the Beast, the live action Jungle Book, the live action Lion King, all complete trash, shameless cash-ins that the company's dumping their money into because they know they can bank on people's nostalgia. But Cruella, this one I couldn't quite figure out. Why the fuck do we need a backstory on the villain from what is easily the most forgettable Disney film of all time? Do you remember 101 Dalmatians? Because I damn sure don't. I don't remember the animated one. I don't remember the live action one. Don't remember anything about it except how horrible it was. It somehow got a sequel, and now it's getting a prequel starring the villain. And who do we cast in this? Oh, the internet's favorite love child, Emma Stone. The bitch who can't act to save her life. La La Land, Superbad. Seriously, this woman brings down every single movie that she's in. When she's on the screen, I have to visibly look away because her acting is so horrible that it detracts from what could very easily be an otherwise bearable film. All right? I don't know why Hollywood insists on casting her. I don't know how she actually gets the roles. Well, I do know how she gets the roles that she gets, and you do too if you think about it. All right, let's just say she's not auditioning on her own 2 feet, but rather on her knees. All right, there's nothing about Emma Stone that's going to bring any depth to the Cruella character at all. I don't know why this film exists. It's almost like Disney is trolling its fan base, but they do not realize that they're the butt of the joke. They don't realize that they are falling for the hook, line, and sinker, and they're the punchline of Disney's joke that ends in a check getting written out and them going and cashing said check out of the viewer and consumer's pockets, because people are going to pay for this shit in droves. Every mom with their little 5 to 7 year old, they're going to be packing the theaters, or they're going to be watching it on the Disney Plus, however Disney chooses to release this piece of shit. It shouldn't exist. Cruella, by definition, is a Disney villain. They are kept as one note and as very tight-knit, stereotypically evil as you can possibly make them. Do you know why Disney does this? Because their fan base is made of 3 to 5 year olds who need to be able to discern very quickly, this one's the good guy, this one's the bad guy. Cruella is a fucking bad villain, all right? It's not hard to figure it out, but now we need to somehow create sympathy for her. We need to give her this tragic backstory. This isn't Anakin's fall into Darth Vader, all right? Although Disney, speaking of Star Wars, side tangent, sure did fuck that entire masterpiece up, didn't they? Holy shit, don't get me started on that. If you want to see me rip apart the Star Wars sequel trilogy, leave me a comment. I'll gladly tear that to shreds. Cruella is a cinematic failure. Let's get into the film itself, all right? It's completely too long, all right? Children are going to be falling asleep halfway through this thing. There's no tangible forward motion in the plot. The film literally feels like it's spinning its wheels the entire time because we know how this bitch ends up. She ends up as the villain in 101 Dalmatians. You can't buy anything this film tries to sell you with any shred of realism, all right? You have to suspend your disbelief. It's almost as if they're wanting this new generation to watch this first and then watch 101 Dalmatians. Well, fuck the rest of us, right? Because we realize what this evil, twisted, cruel bitch becomes. I don't feel a shred of sympathy for her. The only sympathy I feel for is for all the other actors in the film who had to work with Emma Stone. This film gets a 2 out of 10. And the only reason it's getting a 2 is because this is actually somewhat more bearable than the live-action Lady and the Tramp remake, which was an abysmal fucking failure. Literal dog shit in cinematic form. Couldn't get more than 5 minutes into it. I actually did watch all the way through Cruella, but I spent about 45 minutes of it sleeping. It's great background noise. This movie will put you out, man. You need to be out like a light. I usually take NyQuil. I slept like a fucking baby. If you're thinking about purchasing, seeing, or buying a ticket to Cruella, Do not recommend it. You're a fucking idiot. If you do need to watch it, I highly recommend navigating to your local torrent site and stealing the movie. I fully condone stealing as much as you can from Disney because they don't deserve money. They're a bunch of lazy fucks who throw out shameless. They don't even try to hide it. Shameless cash grabs like Cruella. Who asked for this shit? I didn't. But hey, that's what I do here at Dead Metal. I watch this shit so you don't have to.